Short. We are going to talk about the comparativeness of two trials going on right now.
Yes.
Ahmaud Arbery in South Georgia and Kyle Rittenhouse in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Let's go, Brandon.
Who's Brandon?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Hopefully that had something to do with one of the two
The
cases.
producer know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Inside producer jokes. So I'll stay out of it.
No, I'll tell you later.
This diva will stay on
tell
script.
you later.
Thank you. All right. So let's talk about some of the discrepancies. I want to start with what occurred most recently. I've been watching the trial of Kyle Rittenhouse. His mother is extremely emotional. Court TV is showing her making, faces, and she's crying, and some of the reportings from the courtroom is that she's emotional and you can hear her and the jurors can hear her. Now, I remember advising individuals that the court was supposed to interrupt that. And the court is supposed to make sure that if any person in the courtroom, the gallery, is unable to contain their emotions or any emotional outburst, they were supposed to be paused. The jurors are supposed to be removed from the courtroom so that they're not aware of what the court is doing. And the court should address the person by saying, please, if this is too much for you, I am so sympathetic to your situation. I understand this is emotional, but we're going to have to ask you to step outside the courtroom if you're unable to contain yourself while you're in the courtroom. We do it with small children. If we're in the middle of a proceeding and a small child starts to cry, the court will stop and say, I'm sorry, could you please remove the child from the courtroom? Once the child is calm, you can come back in. That, unfortunately, did not happen in the Kyle Rittenhouse case because I think the court is very satisfied with the fact that the jurors are going to sit there and see the mother. No, not the mother for the victims. Not the mother for the victims. The mother for the assailant.
Excuse me. They are not victims, okay? According to the judge.
Well, they're victims to me.
They are rioters and protesters, according to the defense. But they are not victims.
But you know what? You know what the sad part about it is?
What
if
is the
he
sad part?
were not such a unfair judge in his rulings.
I think he did an amazing job.
Oh my goodness. I just couldn't take it. Judges are supposed to be in the room and it's almost like they're not there. They're supposed to be invisible and that you have to catch yourself to remember, oh yeah, he is here when you hear overruled.
Yeah,
Or you
so
hear
that-
sustained. He has interjected himself into this proceeding as if he's seeking a spot in Hollywood. Maybe he wants to star in the Rust movie that is happening over there.
I have a question
That's
for
on
you.
pause.
Have you, in your years of experience going before judges, how often is a judge quiet as a mouse?
Majority of the time, I'm going to be honest with you. And the judges try not to interject themselves, and that's why they have to give a curative instruction to jurors. There is an instruction that they must advise jurors. If there's anything that I have done to make you think that I'm leaning in one way or another, please do not do that because I am not a party to these proceedings other than the referee.
You know, my thing is that the state has the money, they have the resources, they have the team, they have the support staff, they have the this, they have the that, they have all of this stuff, everything that you could possibly need to convict.
Here's why I'm not sympathetic.
Why, even when they have a weak
He's
case.
out on a $2 million bond. He, being Kyle Rittenhouse, is on a $2 million bond. I've seen clients where if the bond was $1, they could not make it.
Well,
So I'm not sympathetic. You have money. You have access to money. In fact, if Kyle Rittenhouse were black, I would be 99.9% certain he'd still be in custody because they would argue that somebody who is reckless enough to have an assault rifle that has shot 2 people, that was in possession of a firearm that he should not have been in possession of because he was not of the required age, I can see him being told, you're not getting a bond. I've had cases where bond was denied.
But that's
and
why
the
I'm
person
always pro-defense, because regardless of who's sitting in that chair, the state is the state. And they are the ones that come with the discrepancy. They are the ones that come with the prejudice. They are the ones that serve justice here, don't serve justice there. That's why I'll never be on the side of the state. Like, you have to literally be shooting up the church and killing everybody in the church, or be the shooter at the school. It has to be very clear cut for me to be like, okay, state. The Ahmaud Arbery case, okay, state. I get it. But not this particular situation. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even though they're kind of similar, but they're not.
I think they're extremely similar. And when you're talking about similarities, let me express what I'm talking about. One is a defendant, one is a defendant. One kills somebody, one kills somebody. One is a danger, one is a danger.
One was running in the opposite direction of danger.
No.
Both.
One created the danger. The other one created the danger. Because Ahmaud Arbery was running too. And they said he was what? Hauling ass. And that's the testimony.
No. One defendant was running away and one defendant was running to it. So that's the difference.
You run to it before you kill them, and then you run from it after you kill them. Those are called flight is a sign of guilt.
No.
Oh yeah, Kyle was running after he shot two people.
No, before he shot the first guy, he was running away from the guy. So when you're running away from the guy, you're not a threat. You're trying to get away to not be a problem. But he got cut to where it was like, all right, what am I have to do but turn around and take this ass whooping or shoot my gun, run up, get gunned.
Well, unfortunately, that's not the law.
Arbery was running away and he was being chased with someone with a gun.
No, he was trying to carjack them. Remember?
No, I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry. You missed that?
The media, they say a lot of stuff.
He was burglarizing the home that wasn't built yet.
But see, that's why the media says a lot of stuff.
That was their defense.
Their literal defense is that he was trying to carjack them.
Right.
That he was trying to carjack Roddy.
He was carjacking and they ran up on him.
Yes, because his paw prints and his fingerprints and his clothing, fiber from his clothing was on the pickup truck.
I thought you can't allow your, did they testify?
They haven't gotten up yet.
So,
but their lawyers have done opening statements, remember? Okay. And the lawyers have to tell you what the evidence is going to show.
So wait. I thought the lawyers can't put, is somebody going up there to testify?
If it's a self-defense, they might.
So they're not arguing self-defense?
No, they're arguing self-defense.
They are arguing self-defense.
Yeah, they're arguing self-defense and they're arguing citizen's arrest.
So they are
going to... one, they have to argue that they saw him commit a crime and he didn't. Two, they have to argue that he was attacking them and he wasn't. But they said he was. So I thought
you can't put your client on the stand if he's lying.
Well, who said their client's lying? They said their client's telling the truth. Where do you get the lies from? Oh, your interpretation of the evidence. Okay.
The video.
Oh, the video. Yeah. You mean like the Kyle Rittenhouse video that you interpreted inaccurately?
No, the video I saw Kyle running away before the Rosenbaum ran up on him. Yeah, that video.
Oh, okay. So you're allowed to take a gun to a bag fight.
Listen, if you, everybody got a superhero complex.
Oh, well, your superhero complex have consequences. Have consequences. Okay.
Are you mocking me or you?
Yes, I'm mocking you. Miss consequences.
Oh, so are you talking about my?
I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about your speech.
The nerve.